Hey there YouTubers, so in this video I'm going to take a look at the cheapest motherboard for the Z790 family. And we're going to jump over and look at Z690 and see what you could get for the same price. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. So ASRock Z790M, so this is micro ATX. PG, usually PG means Phantom Gaming. I don't know if they've decided to drop that for now and they're just calling everything PG, but this is the Lightning DDR4 LGA 1700, so it'll support 12th and 13th gen. It's got, okay power stages there. You can't always tell whether they're that great just because the numbers are bigger. Heat sinks look a little on the weak side, so I wouldn't expect a whole lot from this as far as being able to really overclock this thing. Now, the I/O shield, folks, is built in, so that is a nice thing. A lot of ASRock motherboards do not have that feature. Basically their I/O shields are separate, so they must have heard me complaining about it and finally decided to fix it, right? Yeah, right. They actually provide a picture from the bottom. Nothing going on there. Let's take a look at what you get in the box. 2 SATA cables, some M.2 screws, a manual, and that is it. Of course, the plastic cover over the CPU thing. Alright, let's take a look at the actual motherboard, folks. So, what does your $180 get you? Let's start up here. 1x8 and a 1x4 CPU power connector, so you will be able to push this decently for overclocks, but you get a little bit more out of it with 2 1x8s. DDR4 RAM, 4 slots here, CPU fan and a optional one up here. RGB, ARGB here, 24 pin PSU power connector, so this is going to power up the motherboard. Type C header here. 2 of the 4 SATA connectors here. USB 3.2, this is coming from your case as well as this one. Now, for M.2s, I see one here. These are Gen 4, both of them. No heatsink or anything. There's a spot for M.2 Wi-Fi, as this motherboard does not have Wi-Fi. CMOS battery conveniently there. Of course, they could have found a better spot for this. They could have put another M.2 in here. A couple more case fan headers here. So we're looking at 2, 3, and that's it, folks. 3 case fan headers for a mini tower. Probably not too bad though. PCIe 4.0 by 16, and then I believe this one is also PCIe 4.0 or 3.0, but you get 2 full size and 1 smaller one. Alright, what else, folks? Front panel connectors here. I don't see a spot for the speaker unless they put it somewhere else, but this is where your HDD, LED, power switch, power LED, and reset switch are. 2 USBs, 2.0s. And these are actually encased there, so that's a little better than what you usually get from ASRock. And we missed this one. So there are 4 total case fan headers, 4 pin. ARGB, RGB, HD audio. Alright, let's take a look at this thing from the side. Kind of hard to tell from the color of these, but this looks like it was scanned on a photocopier. So you've got 5 USB 3.2, I believe they're all Gen 1s. HDMI, no DisplayPort, that sucks. Type C, Ethernet. This one, we'll have to look at it, but it looks like a 1 gig and not 2.5. 2 USB 2.0s, a line out, excuse me, line in, line out, and microphone are shown there, okay? See if we missed anything else. But yeah, 180. Let's go back and take a look here, see if we missed anything. So PCIe 4.0 by 16, the other one was 3.0. So it's a good guess, right? DDR RAM supports up to 5333. I doubt you are going to buy that good a RAM and stick it on this crappy motherboard, but I say crappy. It's okay. ASRock quality is not the best, right? Let's face reality. Their quality is not that great. They've got a long way to go. What else was I looking for, folks? I think that's about it. So let's go take a look at what our 180. Oh, we were looking at our Ethernet. I'm looking for either a 1 gig or a 2 gig, 2.5 gig. And probably right over top of it. I don't even see it. That doesn't say. So we're just going to assume, folks, that it's 1. You know, a cheap motherboard like this, cheaper motherboard like this, probably not going to be a 2.5 or higher. Yeah, there it is, 1 gig LAN. All right, 180. What could we get from Z690 world that would be a lot better? All right. So honestly, you could save yourself $50 and get this version, which isn't going to be too different. If you wanted to get a full size, $40 less. And there's not going to be a whole lot of Z690 micro ATXs in here. That's, I guess, where the problem is. A better motherboard would be this, I would say this Asus Prime. I'm not a big fan of Asus Prime, but that is another option there, folks, if you needed micro ATX. And here's a nicer looking Z690M. I was trying to find what I thought was pretty awesome for 180. If this wasn't one open box, that's a pretty good motherboard. I actually have this one. So I think I have the DDR5 version now. And here you go, folks. Oh, nope, this is open box. Open box, open box. Alright, so we do have this motherboard. You'll see this quite often. It has a little damage, but I would say this is a much better motherboard. Even this ASRock motherboard would be even better. Just because it says Z790 does not make it worth the money. Yeah, either one of these, folks, would be much better choices, right? Just look at you know, the heat sinks on this. This just looks like a much nicer motherboard. Now, if you have a big enough case and you could stick in full ATX, I would definitely say, you know, get that, right? God, even the Asus stuff, oh, that's open box too. So yeah, these two right here would be better for sure. Pretty much any one of these Z690s I've talked about would be better. Well, there you go, folks. Thanks for checking out the video. Please like, please subscribe.